Imagine you're flying over the Atlantic Ocean. The weather is calm. Your instruments are working. Your destination is only a few hours away. Then, your compass begins to behave strangely. The radio fills with static. And within minutes, you vanish. No distress call. No wreckage. No survivors. For decades, stories like these have fueled one of the world's greatest mysteries. The Bermuda Triangle. Stretching between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. This region has become the center of legends involving disappearing ships, missing aircraft, strange lights, and unexplained phenomena. Some believe aliens are responsible. Others point to the lost city of Atlantis. Scientists argue there are far more ordinary explanations. So, is the Bermuda Triangle truly one of the most dangerous places on Earth? Or is it simply one of history's greatest myths? Tonight, we investigate the evidence. Open Book Chapter 1. The birth of a legend. Long before the name Bermuda Triangle became famous, ships had already begun disappearing in the Atlantic. The region lies between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, covering hundreds of thousands of square miles of ocean. It is one of the busiest shipping and aviation routes in the world. Every day, cargo ships, cruise liners, military aircraft, and commercial flights safely cross these waters. Yet over the decades, a number of disappearances captured public attention. The mystery truly exploded in 1964, when journalist Vincent Gaddis used the phrase, "the deadly Bermuda Triangle." Soon after, books, television programs, and newspaper articles transformed the region into a global legend. Stories claimed that ships vanished without warning. Aircraft disappeared from radar. Compasses spun wildly. And rescue teams found nothing. But were these stories completely true? Or had the legend already begun to grow beyond the facts? Fade to black. To understand the mystery, we have to examine the most famous cases. Chapter 2, The Disappearances, 4:30 to 11:30. Sound of aircraft engines, ocean waves, distant thunder. Narrator. If the Bermuda Triangle had remained only a place on the map, few people would have remembered it. But over the years, several disappearances turned an ordinary stretch of ocean into one of history's greatest mysteries. Airplane Flight 19. It was the afternoon of December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy TBM Avenger torpedo bombers lifted off from Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale in Florida. Their mission was simple. A routine training exercise. The weather appeared normal. The pilots were experienced. Everything seemed ordinary. But a little over an hour into the flight, something changed. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, reported something strange over the radio. "Both my compasses are out." Moments later, his messages became even more confusing. "We don't know where we are." The pilots believed they had become lost. Instead of turning toward land, they continued flying farther over open water. Ground controllers tried desperately to guide them home. But the radio transmissions became weaker and weaker until they disappeared completely. Then, silence. 5 aircraft, 14 crew members, gone, without a trace. The rescue mission. The Navy immediately launched one of the largest search operations in its history. A Martin PBM Mariner rescue aircraft took off carrying 13 more crew members. But something unbelievable happened. Less than an hour after takeoff, the rescue plane also disappeared. A nearby ship later reported seeing a massive explosion in the sky. Investigators believe the rescue aircraft may have exploded due to a fuel vapor ignition, a known issue with that aircraft model. Despite days of searching, no confirmed wreckage of Flight 19 was found. The disappearance became the foundation of the Bermuda Triangle legend. Ship USS Cyclops. But Flight 19 wasn't the first mystery. More than 20 years earlier, another disappearance had shocked the United States. In March 1918, the USS Cyclops left Barbados carrying thousands of tons of manganese ore. On board were more than 300 sailors and passengers. The ship never reached its destination. No distress signal was received. No wreckage was discovered. No survivors were ever found. It remains the largest non-combat loss of life in the history of the U.S. Navy. To this day, no single explanation has been proven. Airplane Star Tiger and Star Ariel. Just a few years later, two British passenger aircraft added even more mystery. In January 1948, the Star Tiger vanished while flying across the Atlantic. There was no emergency call. No wreckage. Nothing. Then, in 1949, its sister aircraft, the Star Ariel, disappeared under similarly mysterious circumstances. Again, no confirmed trace was ever found. For many people, these disappearances seemed impossible to explain. Waterwave fear begins to spread. By the 1950s and 1960s, stories about the Atlantic's mysterious triangle spread across newspapers and magazines. Each new disappearance, whether connected to the region or not, was quickly linked to the growing legend. The public imagination took over. Some believed the ocean itself was cursed. Others claimed something beneath the waves was responsible. Books began describing the area as a place where ships simply vanished. Aircraft disappeared into thin air. And no one returned to tell the story. But as the legend grew, so did the theories. Were these disappearances caused by nature? Human error? Or something far more mysterious? Music grows darker, a low rumble fades in. Narrator. To understand the Bermuda Triangle, we must now explore the theories that turned a series of accidents into one of the world's greatest legends. Chapter 3, The Theories. Low mysterious music, ocean waves, compass ticking. Narrator. If the disappearances weren't enough, the theories made the Bermuda Triangle legendary. For decades, people have tried to explain what really happens in these waters. Some ideas sound scientific. Others belong more to science fiction. Alien Theory 1, Aliens. One of the most popular theories claims that UFOs are responsible. According to believers, alien spacecraft use the Bermuda Triangle as a hidden base beneath the ocean. They believe ships and planes are abducted without leaving any trace. It makes for an exciting story. But no credible evidence has ever supported this claim. Classical Building Theory 2, The Lost City of Atlantis. Another famous theory points to the legendary city of Atlantis. Some believe advanced technology from the lost civilization lies beneath the Atlantic Ocean. They claim this technology interferes with compasses and navigation systems. However, despite decades of exploration, no evidence of Atlantis has ever been found in the Bermuda Triangle. Compass Theory 3, Magnetic Anomalies. This theory is more grounded in science. Some pilots have reported compass problems while flying over the region. Because Earth's magnetic field naturally varies from place to place, navigation errors can sometimes happen. But scientists say these variations are not unique to the Bermuda Triangle and cannot explain every disappearance. Waterwave Theory 4, Extreme Weather. This is the explanation most experts accept. The Atlantic Ocean is known for powerful storms, hurricanes, strong currents, and sudden changes in weather. Combined with human error, these conditions can quickly turn dangerous. Many investigators believe these natural factors explain most of the reported incidents. Music becomes calmer. Narrator. So, is the Bermuda Triangle truly cursed? Or has fear transformed ordinary accidents into an extraordinary legend? To answer that, we have to look at what modern investigations have discovered. Chapter 4, The Truth. Soft cinematic music, sunrise over the Atlantic. Narrator. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle has captured the world's imagination. Books, movies, and television shows turned it into one of history's greatest mysteries. But what does the evidence actually tell us? After years of investigation, scientists and the U.S. Coast Guard have found no proof that supernatural forces are at work. Many of the famous disappearances can be explained by severe weather, powerful ocean currents, mechanical failures, or human error. Some stories were even exaggerated over time. In a few cases, the incidents didn't happen inside the Bermuda Triangle at all. And today, thousands of ships and aircraft safely pass through these waters every year. That doesn't mean every mystery has been solved. Some disappearances, like Flight 19 and the USS Cyclops, still leave unanswered questions. But unanswered questions don't always mean supernatural answers. Sometimes, history simply leaves us with mysteries that may never be fully explained. Clapperboard outro. So, is the Bermuda Triangle a deadly curse? Or simply one of the world's most misunderstood places? The answer may depend on what you're willing to believe. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Do you think the Bermuda Triangle is just a myth, or is something still hiding beneath its waters?